Hi, I'm Dawn, and this is where Shabby meets Bling. We have an outdoor movie theater in our backyard. It is kind of like drive-in style, but it literally is a walk-in type of situation. And we also set up a concession stand every time we show a movie outdoors. But you know, one thing I don't have is a concession stand sign. And what good is a concession stand without a concession stand sign? So guess what we're doing today? Guess what we're doing today? So excited, so excited.
Here we have the actual skeleton for my sign. It's a really large metal frame, a movie reel. The movie reel is not vintage, so don't get worried that I'm gonna weld it, but it has a nice vintage look. And then the scroll work is new, it's contemporary, and I am gonna cut that down before welding. Here we are, all welded and ready for the interior part of my sign. Our frame is now filled, and it is an FRP product backed with plywood. The plywood's going to give it stability, and the FRP is a white surface, so anything I apply to it, I'm going to maintain that white surface. Now we need to figure out design. You can see here I'm playing with design. I've actually taken a couple of items, cut them in half, put backer board on them so they can be easily screwed to the plywood when the design is finished. This is what is actually going to be set on my sign. These are the sticky stencils I made earlier. I will be doing a video on these, so keep your eye open for that, and when it's up and ready, I will put a link in the description below. So this is the way it will read, and next thing is to apply.
All right, now it's time to add detail paint before we put on the pretty little popcorn boxes and all the fun stuff. The lettering has to go on first, and my pinstripes. Now the lettering in one pinstripe is going to be white. And since I already have a white backdrop, I'm not gonna go to the trouble and extra effort and then try to make perfect white letters when I already have white. That's why I cut out the white letters. It will go on here. When I peel them off, you'll see the white behind. So then it comes to measuring out where I want my pinstripes. I decided after a couple trials and errors that I want my pinstripe by red on the exterior to be this width. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a wider, this is just blue painter's tape. I'm going to use a wider painter's tape to go all the way around, using this as a guide only while taping this to the sign all the way around. That way when I go to paint, this will remain open to receive the red paint. The corners you will know are rounded, and I don't want to bring up a square point at a rounded corner, so I created a template earlier, and I just stuck it up in there and I followed it with a Sharpie and cut it out. And that way when I'm taping off my tape, I will just marry this to the edge of the tape, and it will come here, and I even use the little divot. I'm gonna cut that out so it looks exactly like it would if it were professionally done. And then this all will get painted red.
Now the time-consuming part is done and over with. As you can see, I've decided to add a little bit of detail around the word concessions and in my corners just for a little bit of pizzazz. But all my lettering's in place, measured out properly, and taped off, and I'm ready to spray paint. As you can see, I have spray painted everything white, and you ask yourself why, but the reason is if you spray it around your lettering and all your taping, it will prevent as much bleeding through as possible. You're still going to get some, but you can do your best to stop any bleeding you can. My red has been sprayed and taped off, and now it's time to paint everything black. So it's totally painted. All my tape has been pulled off, but I've decided to turn up the volume on the design. I wanted to add a light kit so you can kind of see the basic placement of the lights. So I can't wait to see how this turns out. Very excited.
So we are now at the point where I can pull my sticky stencils. You can see the light kit is in and it looks great. That was an afterthought, yes, but I think it will enhance the look in the end. If you notice, I did have a little bit of bleeding underneath my tape, so I will have to go back and touch that up. You can be as precautious as you want to be, but still, every now and again, you're gonna have a couple little areas that you're gonna have to touch up, which is no big deal. I'm going to use a blow dryer to apply heat to the sticky stencil to help it release easier, and I'm gonna use just a plain pair of tweezers to pull off the sticky stencil so that I'm not digging at the paint trying to get it off. And because this is noisy, I'm gonna play us some music while I do it. Here we go. All of my sticky stencils have been removed. I have touched up any bleeding that I had to deal with. And the only thing left to do is to apply the dimensional food items that I've made. And that's gonna happen next.
Here we have my popcorn boxes ready to go on the sign, and if you notice, they're filled with popcorn, and the popcorn is faux and it is also weather resistant. I'm gonna do a video on how I made this, so keep your eyes open. There will be a link in the description below when I post it, so keep your eyes open. Now let's put this thing on the sign. There it is, totally finished, hanging in my backyard. You know, there's only one more thing left to do. Let's light it up. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notifications of all of our newest DIY design and decor videos. For this time, I'm Dawn and this is Shabby Meets Bling. Thanks for watching. See you next time.